Namaskar. Hi, I'm Gargi, and why I'm talking to you, today because I'm disturbed. I'm rather irritated. That's the right word. I'm rather irritated by what the opposition parties of our country is doing. The so-called secular opposition parties. I call them the pseudo-seculars. Anyway, the secular opposition parties of our country. It's really irritating me now. We all know that on 5th of August this year, that is 5th of August 2020, the Bhumi Pujan, the much awaited Bhumi Pujan, it's an incident of an event of the millennium, is going to happen at Ayodhya, and the Prime Minister is going to visit there for the Bhumi Pujan. And then there's a barrage of opposition, and whatever the excuses are. And one leader says that the Ram Mandir won't cure Corona. Another says we don't need another place of worship. And then they say, why should the PM go during the times of Corona and China at the borders? I mean, I do not understand. As a PM, he has many things to do and he's attending so many things, thousands of things. And if you talk about Corona, at the Corona front, lot has been already done and lot is being done. I mean, just a couple of days back, the PM has already inaugurated 3 more testing labs, and today the number of testing has gone much higher than what it used to be. In the beginning, our country never produced any PPE kit. Today we produce, India is producing 3 lakh PPE kit every day. There are many quarantine centers. So yes, there has been work been done and work is getting done. And on the China front, we know what is happening. We know the military front, China has been dealt with militarily, economically, diplomatically. The Rafales have reached, so many apps have been banned, so many contracts cancelled. So there are things being done. Even the PM visited Ladakh and addressed the soldiers. So PM does so many things. So why can't he go for a Bhumi Pujan? I mean, it's a moment of great pride for millions of Hindus in the country who have waited for 492 years. And if you see, this is been a legal battle which has been in the court for more than a century, and past 30 years these people have fought for Ram Mandir, and even Ram Mandir was in the manifesto of BJP. So why should not the PM go? Why are you bringing such excuses? And interestingly, the person who talks about Corona, gives excuse about Corona, attends and chairs a meet on Eid. That is secular. Yes, that is secular. Then the party AIMIM, whose name carries Muslim in, says that Prime Minister should not go because it's a secular country. And it is secular to carry the name Muslim in the party for them. Anyway, so that is their definition of secularism. Now comes the left. It has gone one more step ahead. Left says that the Bhumi Pujan should not be telecast on national television or DD. Why not? Why not? It's such a big event and so many Hindus will want to watch it. Why should not they watch? Why should they be deprived of watching it? And this same left, they did not object when in 2002, regularly there was 5 minutes Hajj bulletin. Yes. Then in 1999, when the Pope visited, it was covered by national television. No, there was no objection. That was secular. In 2016, Mother Teresa's canonization was covered. Then the left did not object. But now they think it is not secular. Oh my God. I mean, whenever anything Hindu happens, they rise up in arms. The problem with the left in our country is they do not know what is right for the country. And that is why the left is hardly left in our country. We know it's just left in Kerala and some parts of JNU. Anyway, but it's not about the Congress, NCP, left, AMIM. I mean, these are the political parties. Their job is to oppose. They have to do something. They have their vote bank. They have their agenda, political agenda. So they are opposing. What hurts me more is when I see my friends, and there are people in my extended family who call themselves intellectual. They're the so-called secular left intellectuals, and these people have a holier than thou attitude, And they think, and why this Bhumi Puja and why they have this attitude. In fact, these are the people, my friends, who even point finger at me. They feel that I went to a convent school and I went to the best college, and with all my education, how can I talk like this? It is so conservative, or they brand me right wing or whatever. I really do not care whatever they brand me. But I really wonder, because this is a country, India is a country where majority of the population is Hindu. Yes, majority is Hindu. And why this some educated, they think they're so educated that they can deny their Hindu roots. They are always in denial of their roots. And interestingly, these same people, when my friends or family members are also there, these same people have no problem about an Islamic country. So many Islamic countries are there in the world. They have no problem. There are Christian countries. These people, urban, educated people, have no problem. Say, I'll give an example of Germany. Say in Germany, 59% of the population are only registered with both the churches, the Catholic and the Protestant. But Germany is bracketed under Christian country. In fact, the Chancellor Angela Merkel had even stressed that Germany should go back to its Christian values. The Germans have no problem. In America, it's the largest democracy, and in America, the presidents, when they take oath of power, they do that by touching the Bible. The Americans do not have problem. But here in India, the so-called liberals or the so-called seculars or whatever, the intellectuals, they have problem with anything that is Hindu. And that is really shocking. In fact, if the Germans or the Americans would have objected or agitated, I would have understood. Because if you see in history, the success of Christianity was largely because of coercion. Yes. What happened in America 500 years back? Same thing happened in Germany 1200 years back. Yes, it was convert or die. Yes, Emperor Karl even gave death sentence for refusal for baptism. Yes, when a person refused to baptize, he was given death sentence. But in India, Hindus have never done that. In ancient India, if you see how Hinduism spread by debate and argument. Hinduism does not ask you to believe blindly in some dogmas. No, it does not. As Vivekananda said, that Hinduism is a treasure trove of knowledge. Yes, it is a treasure trove of knowledge gathered over centuries by our rishis. And our ancient scriptures, if we see the Hindu literature, it is not only about philosophy or dharma, it is so much about drama, music, architecture, dance, science, astrology, astronomy, economics and whatnot. And there were so many schools of philosophy, the Vedanta, the Nag, even Charvaka, the materialistic school of philosophy happened in India 4,000 years back. The Vedas said, Aham Brahmasmi, I am the universe. The atom that makes the universe is in me, so I am the universe. Who has said that? It's amazing. But unfortunately, what has happened is because of maybe the Mughal invasions, that we have been invaded, Mughals invaded, the Muslim rule. And then when the Britishers came, the colonization. With colonization, what happened? That the British colonizers, they successfully and very systematically, they brainwashed the elite of the country. When they got Western education, and they erased our ancient tradition. And then past 70 years, our education system also has not spoken about the past glory, our heritage, our science and everything was so developed. It was never spoken. So these educated Indians feel like that. They do not know that how Inquisition happened. We know when the missionaries came in Goa, the Goa Inquisition, our ancient manuscripts were burnt, our temples were destroyed. So these colonizers, they gave an inferiority complex to the elite, and that continues, that colonial hangover still continues. Yes, and that's why they do not understand that Hinduism is in a different category from Abrahamic religion. because Abrahamic religion is imposed, it has to be believed. Hinduism is multi-layered. It is based on reasoning, intelligence. But my so-called friends and intellectual friends and family members do not understand that. I think, perhaps there has to be education from the school level. Yes, good that these days there are a lot of discussions, debates. But if children can be taught the school education, the college education, there has been a new education policy which has come, we know. I hope the curriculum to some extent changes. In the curriculum, children from childhood should be taught about the glory, how our science was developed, how ancient sciences were so developed. So everything has to be taught from the childhood. Then only they will develop a pride in the culture. They'll develop a pride in the heritage of the country. And then they will understand that it is, when these people are objecting about Ram Mandir or whatever, they do not understand that Ram is not about religion. It is not only about Hindu religion. Ram is the symbol of the cultural ethos of this country. And you cannot deny that. We are an Indic civilization. How can you be denied of your roots? So perhaps this curriculum change, this education change will happen, and sometime, some years from now, 10 years, we will see the change. But it will take time. But anyway, till then, me and people like myself, we are waiting for 5th of August. We all want to see the Bhumi Pujan on television. We want the Prime Minister to go. And thank you. Namaskar.